personal bond of finishing exams without graduation. The case is allocated to number 8 and the term over the income.
19, Eric Otieno Adede, Mohammed Ijaz, Alliance.
Okay. Shall overcome.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome tribulation. We shall
On the 13th December 2020, in Kasarani Police Station, within Kasarani Sub-County, in Nairobi County, being an inspector of police in public service, willfully and neglected to attend to Ian Mwenda Gituma, Jackson Mwenda, and Martin Koome Kiao, who are prisoners suffering from assault, altercation by a police officer who was under your command, and a duty you were dutifully bound to perform under the service standard order chapter number 15, 5C. 15, 5C. Is it true or not true? Mr. Stephen Musel?
On 2nd of August this year. So the nation date was changed to 2nd of August.
Case number E288 is Brenda. 100 of 2023, Amos Kitisuru Koech.
The evidence that the prosecution will be relying on should be present. We can collect this one.
Mr. Gashoka,
I'm present, Your Honor.
Mr. Gikunda, and Wamocha. So I think it, yes. Mr. Awele, yeah. Waso.
Yes, I'm present.
Mr. Felix Kito.
Present.
Mr. Newton Msembi.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm present.
Mr. Osewe.
Present.
Mr. Omingo. Stepped out. We can miss him. Mr. Dege.
Present.
Mr. Ogechi. Mr. Kokebe.
Present, Your Honor.
Mr. Haimba.
Present, Your Honor.
And lastly, Mr. Shoy. I don't know why anybody have left.
I'm present, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon.
Alvin Olando Palapala, you are charged with preparation to commit subversive activities contrary to section 77(1)(3)(b) of the Penal Code, and Mr. Alvin Olando Palapala between the 12th day of July 2023 and 21st day of July 2023 within Nairobi City County in the Republic of Kenya, jointly with others not before court, incited and mobilized members of public to commit subversive activities, namely disobedience to lawful authority. Is it true or not true? Not true. Not true.
No, Your Honor, we are not opposing this matter.
No, we apply for, in particular, Your Honor, we are applying that the accused person be released on a free bond or a personal reconnaissance. The accused person, Your Honor, is a state officer under Article 260 of the Constitution. He is a member of the County Assembly. You are representing the people of Kitisuru Ward in Nairobi County. Now you are submitting that as such state officer, he has no reason to either abscond or fail to attend the court whenever required. The constitutional presumption of innocence under both Article 49 and Article 50 of the Constitution remain available to state councils for not objecting to bail, and those terms applied. Your Honor, although we are likely to take up these matters with the High Court in terms of the constitutional violations we see in these matters, and even in terms of these proceedings, going any further, we request for witness statements and exhibits available on a without prejudice basis.
On the supply of statements and the documentary evidence the state will be relying on, we undertake to do so in the next 5 days from today. We will support. Thank you.
Him was brought before this court. And I remember we pleaded with Judge Wakiaga, I don't remember the court citation, to release him on free bond. He was released on 50,000. And that saved his life, if Your Honor would remember what happened. A related case was of a colleague, Honorable T.J. Kajwang, also charged with treason then at Ngong locals. Your Honor, the point I'm making is that these orders on bail also serve as precedent in other matters. As a state officer, I'm aware our remands are full of people charged on these similar matters of demonstration for enjoyment of Article 37 rights, and mostly very young people and children. I was urging Your Honor that because he's a state officer, the idea of bail is to secure attendance of accused persons. And there is no way an elected leader is going to. We are before you, Your Honor, pro bono. Pro bono. In fact, I can confirm, Your Honor, as I was arriving into the country from Cameroon, where I was attending the conference of, the annual conference of speakers in Africa. And so is the case of all these lawyers appearing here.
Kenya shillings 70,000 with one contract person.
Thank you so much.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
Much obliged.
The resident wants to also. Your Excellency. Introduce for us. May it please, Your Honor, for the prosecution, appearing together with Madam Farah and Dorcas Rugut, Mr. Anderson Gikunda, and Mr. Gashoka.
Your Honor, I appear in this matter together with the Honorable Peter Kaluma, Sam Nyaberi, Duncan Okach, Mr. Jackson Awele, Mr. Oringe Waswa, Felix Keton, Newton Musembi,
Present, Your Honor.
Mr. Peter Omingo, he's stepped out, he's handling another matter on the other side for us. We have Mr. Ndege,
Present, Your Honor.
Samuel Ongechi, Your Honor, the Vice President of the Law Society, Ms. Faith Odhiambo.
Present, Your Honor.
Your Honor, yes, Your Honor, we have Mr. Kokebe.
Present, Your Honor.
We have Mr. Haemba.
I'm present, Your Honor.
We also have Mr. Shoya. Mwaura Kabata is present for the Law Society, but is also handling another matter related to this. Yes.
Mr. Anthony Oluoch, you are charged with preparation to commit subversive activities contrary to Section 77, 1, 3B of the Penal Code, Cap 63 Laws of Kenya, and Mr. Anthony Oluoch between the 6th day of July 2023 and the 19th day of July 2023 within Nairobi City, County, jointly with others not before court, incited and mobilized members of the public to commit subversive activities, namely disobedience to the lawful authority. Is it true or not true?
Not true, Your Honor.
The state is not opposing bail, but we urge the court to search bond terms commensurate to the offense preferred, but not a free bond.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll make one or two comments and then I'll go on. Your Honor, yes. Your Honor, bond, I think has been said for so many times, is a constitutional right. Your Honor, your duty in assessing bond applicable in this instance is to consider whether Your Honor, the circumstances which of the accused which my colleagues will highlight before you are such that there is nothing nothing before you to show that he will not attend trial. In fact, this is a matter where the accused would be more than happy to attend trial because the nature of the offenses that he's been charged with are so offensive to the collective conscience of each and everyone that it will be a pleasure for anyone to be charged with this kind of offense. Because, Your Honor, these offenses are majorly predicated upon having a different opinion from the opinion of the current government. And so anyone who takes pride in upholding the rule of law, upholding the Constitution, and the rights that we are granted therein, will be more than happy to appear in court for a trial on his conscience, for a trial because he holds a different political opinion from the opinion of the government. Your Honor, it's a tragedy that in this day and age, a honorable member of parliament, a distinguished professional, can be brought to court and charged with the kind of charges that are facing the accused. So, Your Honor, the predominant consideration being whether the accused will attend court or not, and taking into account his standing in society, this is the most classic case of a trial which the accused should be set on bond on his own recognizance. On a free bond. Because, Your Honor, I am just worried. How many people will be charged for their opinions? This country has as many diverse opinions as the 50 million of us. Will we send all of them to jail? We don't have the capacity to do so. So, Your Honor, I would plead with you. Release the accused on a free bond. And, Your Honor, you can have no doubt whatsoever that this is a trial that he would be happy to participate in. not opposed. And in further recognition that he is an officer of this court, over and above, an officer of this court is a lawmaker. And so there is no reason whatsoever for him to take flight from this most heinous baseless. I had to use that because it was whispered to me by my colleagues. Criminal charges. Your Honor, so that you could admit him to cash bail of 5,000. It's not a question of what he can afford. It is a question of the principle. The principle is that bond is supposed to ensure the attendance
Your Honor, his rights under Article 49 to be presented to court within 24 hours of arrest have been violated. Also violated is his right to be released on bond or bail pending charge in this instance. You know, the beauty of our constitution is that however long the state wanted to hold him, the time has had to come when the state must bring him before you. I know, Your Honor, those matters can be taken up in the Constitutional Court. But Your Honor, when people tortured in the manner Honorable Oluoch has been tortured appear before court, I appeared once as a state officer. And I got to appreciate why we call the courts the temple of justice. Releasing the accused person on cash bail of any amount will be tantamount, Your Honor, to the court playing along with the state in these abuses. Honorable Oluoch is an advocate of the High Court, and Your Honor remembers our oath of office to stand with the rule of law and assist in the fair administration of justice. He knows his duty to attend court. The only other mention is that as a member of Parliament and State Officer, Honorable Oluoch serves as a very active member of the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee. Mr. Bill is today forgetting. But if it were not for his support to me when we were pushing for police prosecutors to get out of prosecution and have them replaced with state councils, we would have not succeeded. Even the director of public prosecutions then was saying police prosecutors were more experienced. But Your Honor, why were we moving so? We were saying as state councils, we understand the Constitution. I don't want to say much, Your Honor, for paucity of time. But because I serve in the committee which oversees the police, Your Honor, may I remind them, through you, of the provisions of Article 238, sub-Article 2, and Article 239 of the Constitution, which require them to always uphold the Constitution, the human rights of the people, and the rule of law, and which obligates them not to further the political cause of any party or prejudice the cause of anybody. And I'm saying this because I know, and you see by the accused people being brought before you, there is an order that all opposition MPs must be brought to court at MCS, including myself. They're waiting for me out. I'll deal with them when I come before you. The point I'm making, Your Honor, is that we are sliding back, and the court is remaining as the only institution Kenyans can come before. Parliament has been muscled, independent officers muscled, independent commissions muscled. We only remain with the court. We only remain with the court to come before. May the court step into the gap and release the accused on free bond. May there be a policy that for these charges, people can be released on free bond henceforth. So I said before, the remands are full of people who have not committed any wrong. If I were Dr. John Aminwa, Your Honor, I would have said more. But because of time, and because I know Honorable Anthony Oluoch is also unwell, he suffers from hypertension. He's also asthmatic. I know he was my pupil. He is junior to me in Parliament and senior to me by age. Resist Honorable Oluoch on free bond to send a signal that the court will not play along with the state in abuses of the rights of citizens. Your Honor, as the leader of the young lawyers, just wants to say a sentence, then we close.
Just a moment.
Your Honor, this is a public interest matter. And it is a matter that touches on the legal profession. And the court should not be in a hurry. They should hear us.
We do this, because I don't want to lock anybody out. I have many other cases to deal with. It might end up taking the whole day.
Only 2 minutes, Your Honor. Let me conclude.
So we place this one aside. We deal with the rest.
Only 2 minutes, Your Honor. Only 2 minutes.
We are done, Your Honor.
Place it aside.
Your Honor, he has withdrawn the submissions. We are very anxious to have Honorable Oluoch.
You can proceed and make a ruling.
Your Honor, you would understand why these matters are causing considerable anxiety among the members of the law society and perhaps the very, very heated plea by members of our profession in trying to make presentations before you. Your Honor, noting everything that has happened, the anxiety of being held in communicado for a few days, kindly ask that the submissions that we have made, I think are enough. There are so many things which we will say about these charges. We will have the right opportunity and time to say them. Kindly want to ask that you proceed on and deliver your ruling on bond so that we are able to move. Yeah, because as it is, the Honor is understanding. You find yourself in very unfamiliar waters. When you are a law-abiding citizen, a member of the Law Society, an honorable member of Parliament, and you are sitting on the other side. So the earlier we can move towards moving it from that side, the better. So and that marks as a submission as kindly that you proceed and regulate.
Your colleague will not accuse your colleague in
Your Honor, he is under my command. And so therefore we will be able to countermand anything that he says, because I'm actually the one who's now asking you to proceed. Thank you.
This is a pretrial date of 8th of August.
That's convenient.
Prosecution basically is not opposed to release of the accused person on bond. The accused is granted cash bail of Kenya shillings 100,000 with one contact person. The defense be supplied with copies of witness statements and documentary exhibits intended to be relied upon by the prosecution. The prosecution to make a response to the allegations of torture made by the defense counsel on the next date, which will double up as a pretrial date. So pretrial on 8th of August this year, before court number 4.
Most of them.
Yes, quite a number. I have this list.
Say for mention.